Hello everyone, this is Minty Fries, and in today's adventures of making stuff for the RuneScape VR project, let's model a Barbarian and a Goblin. Why these two? Well, they were the first two I unchecked on the project's Trello board. So yeah. Having said that, I did really want to make a Gobby because, as was the experience of many players, Goblins are deeply tied to my first time playing RuneScape. By deeply tied, I mean to say they were the first enemies I ever encountered. Now this was back in 2001 when RuneScape looked like this. I started playing because I had called a friend who said he was playing this amazing new online multiplayer game. Since there was no tutorial island back then and I was lucky enough to have internet and a computer, I created an account and was standing in Lumbridge in seconds. And I distinctly remember walking to this bridge and seeing goblins and asking my friend if I should try to fight them. And the 11-year-old voice, downscaled in quality to a mere 8,000 Hz, returned to me,
"Yeah, but I'll probably kick your ass. You need a sword and some food."
For some reason I always remembered those two sentences, not least because they were immediately followed by his mother screaming his name because he had said a bad word. But those were the days, man, fighting rats in the sewers and then cooking the rat meat to sell to noobs as if it were regular meat. Seeing some guy standing on the side of the road in full iron armor and being like, "Oh damn, we got a badass over here, how do I get to be like him?" Buying and selling things by haggling with people in Varrock because there was no grand exchange yet. And the people who knew how to do all the crazy text effects were like gods, and if you wanted to know how to do them, you had to pay some level 85 guy 10,000 gold just to have him tell you can type cyan and the colon symbol. Hey, look at that. That's cool. Alright, here are the completed 3D models. I also rigged them so they can be posed in different positions. Have you ever seen a goblin doing the retro dance? Now you have. I made a male barbarian and gave him the big axe. Here he is in Barbarian Village, enjoying a beer in the long hall. I will do a lady barbarian next time. Let's print these things. You know what my favorite RuneScape activity used to be? Before the Grand Exchange, I used to kill lots of highwaymen to collect their capes, then get onions, woad, and red berries to pay Aggie the Witch to make them into dyes for me. Then, with each dye color and a bunch of capes in tow, I'd walk to Varrock Square and sell capes of all colors for 450 gold apiece. I would sell out in a few minutes. Most people back then had no idea how to make colored capes, so this was quite the profitable enterprise. As convenient as the GE is, it really takes away from that social marketplace experience. Buying and selling things in Varrock Square used to feel like walking down Portobello Road, perusing the flea-bitten and time-worn wares at the Montebank vendors. Anything and everything a chap could unload and all that. You could spend hours going around asking if anyone was selling a rune helmet or whatever it was you were looking for. I kind of missed that aspect of the game. Alright, here are the completed prints. Because the RuneScape VR project needs humanoid NPCs to be modeled, I will probably continue making videos with 2 of these figurines at a time. And if you follow my journey here, just note that all of the RuneScape stuff I create will be implemented in the RuneScape VR project. So if you have a VR headset and the game Blade and Sorcery, you will eventually be able to fight this Goblin and this Barbarian in virtual reality. Isn't that just nifty? The Goblin looks like he's unhappy that his chainmail offers literally 0 defense bonuses. The Barbarian looks like he has to ask you a big question. Well, thanks for joining me. I don't consider myself especially good at making 3D models of humanoid creatures, or at rigging them in Blender for that matter. Hopefully I will get better at creating this kind of complex geometry as I make more of these videos. Have a minty fresh day.